Influencer lifestyle is not realistic or practicable for you to live by. It is pure business and marketing. Nobody lives like that realistically and practically. Why are you buying 5? Why are you buying 10? You're going to go broke if you're trying to live like that. Shine your eyes. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Debola here. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. Take a seat and let's roll, because today's video is one that I find rather concerning and disturbing. And I say this because over a couple of months going through social media, I've been seeing a lot of things like this, and I think it is something that should be discussed. The light should be shone on this topic and help a lot of people change or move away from this trend. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about overconsumption, consumerism, and the increasingly materialistic lifestyle that a lot of people have embraced. And this trend has gained ground because of the increased use of social media. A lot of people have more access to social media now. People are buying stuff. The influence of influencer marketing is just a whole lot. And whether people are actually genuinely doing this to create content, get more brand deals and sponsorships, ultimately the goal is to make more money. While I was doing my research, I came across a number of YouTubers, albeit Americans, who have started to talk about these things. It's an offshoot of this kind of issues that we are going to be discussing today. But I found a lot of people talking about this on YouTube, and I was quite encouraged that it is a worthy cause to lend my voice to. So while I was doing my research within the Nigerian space, I came across a video by Debola on Instagram. That's Debola the Servant. I'm just going to include like a few seconds of the video so you can understand where I'm coming from and the type of thing we are going to be discussing today.
I'm compelled to talk about it because no matter how I think of it, I'm convinced that more often than not, it's indicative of a bigger problem, and therefore is something that Christians need to be wary of. It's the urge to buy and to just keep buying. It is the desire to own more stuff, often things that you don't need, so much so that it can feel like a personal failure if you don't have the means to obtain this stuff. It is the thing that makes you lose patience with your perfectly working phone that serves all the purposes you need it to serve once a new phone is released in the market. If you're your most confident when you own something that the big boys and big girls of society also own, you did not care about this thing until all the popular influencers started to rave about it, and now you're desperate to own it too. We must use this world's goods like people who know that we will leave it all behind. We must use this world's goods like people who know that the value of our lives does not consist in the abundance of things that we possess.
I hope you get the gist of where this conversation is going. And I feel like this desire to want to buy and keep buying comes from a stronger desire to just want to belong, like gain recognition in the society, minus the bottom or the root driver, which is making more money. It comes from that desire to be recognized, be a part of a social class and all of that. Please, you have to forgive me in this video if it seems like I'm blowing a lot of grammar, but this topic just puts me on the edge, and I'm really concerned, especially for the younger generation who have direct access to social media. Unlike when we were growing up, the Gen Zs and the Gen Alpha, I feel like they are the ones that I am addressing. And if you're a millennial like me and you fall into this category, you're not beyond salvage, so it will do you a lot of good to pay attention to this video. So before we get into this video proper, let me issue a disclaimer. This is not in any way to demonize or put in bad lights influencers or what they do, because influencer marketing, whether you like it or not, is a legitimate source of income and job for those that are engaged in it. So it is not to put anybody down. My message to you is to you, the viewer and the consumer of this content, who is sort of struggling to draw the line. I want you to realize and take home with you at the end of this video that whatever you see on social media, especially from these influencers, it's all business and marketing. Your life does not need to look that way. Your life does not need to be patterned the way they show you many things. Nobody lives like that realistically and practically. My message is to you, the viewer or the consumer, because you are the one that ultimately makes the decision of whether to buy or not. The ball is in your court at the end of the day, and you are the one that determines how you want to play it. So shine your eyes. All right, so with that disclaimer out of the way, let's dive right in. Okay, so for the sake of good understanding, let's define consumerism first. I looked up Google and I found an interesting definition by Investopedia. It says consumerism is the idea that increasing consumption of goods and services purchased in the market is always a good idea, is a desirable goal. Pay attention to the next phrase. And that a person's well-being and happiness depend fundamentally on obtaining consumer goods and material possessions. Can you just imagine that? Can you imagine? And unfortunately, this has become the reality of many people. We just keep buying, gathering so many things without a concrete or practical reason for wanting to buy or own these things, believing that they will make you happy or achieve a certain height in life. In Nigeria today, a whole lot of us have turned into content creation, and for so many reasons, the biggest one of them being making money. And for some others, especially the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, are those the year after Gen Z, so people born from 2014 to date. Content creation seems like the easier or the more appealing route to making money. So you will see everyone that has a smartphone these days that is internet enabled making content. People are literally posting anything anyhow to the internet. Nobody is checking it, and that's why you have ridiculous trends and challenges coming up. I'm glad the Milky Donut era is over, but I digress. As much as people are using the internet for business and all, we are all posting, whether you just compose your fancy picture and go, or you're actually creating content for business, or content creation is what makes you money. We are all posting, right? At the end of the day, we are all viewers and consumers to a large extent, maybe except for those who have monetized content creation to a large extent through sponsorship, brand deals, and all of that. That has become their mainstay, and because of that, they are sort of hooked. Which brings me to my main point and message in this video, which is that influencer lifestyle is not for you, the average internet viewer or consumer. Influencer lifestyle is not realistic or practicable for you to live by. It is pure business and marketing. I will repeat it for you if you don't hear me again. Influencer lifestyle is not for you, the average viewer or consumer of content on the internet. Make of that whatever you will. I will tell you for free, influencing is a job. It's a business. It is a paid job. It's not just your regular 9 to 5, but trust me, it is a job. It's some people's work. In fact, it is business, because in this whole industry, an influencer can have a team of video editor, makeup artist, stylist, you know, the really big ones. It's that big. So I want you to remember that it is a job. It is not for you to pattern your life after, depending on the person's niche. What they are doing is marketing. It's just to appeal to you to consume. Because if they actually make ads the way businesses run ads, you probably won't watch. But when an influencer displays the product, uses the product in an appealing way and tells you, oh, this is the best product I've ever encountered in my life. This product changed my life. Every product changes their life. This is the best product I've ever. This is you too. You will now feel, I need to use this product, especially if the influencer is someone you like so much, or maybe it's a regular content creator that you knew from back then. The person just used to post content and the person hadn't monetized. He or she was just doing it out of passion. But then the person started to gain traction on social media and then started to attract brand deals. Because you love the person, you sort of grew with the person. You knew when the person started content creation, the person already had some form of influence over you even before they officially stepped into that role of influencing. So if that sort of person gets a brand deal and tells you to go and buy something, you will jump at it before you even think and step back to say, do I really need this thing I want to buy? or because I want this my fave to know that I have it too, or because this is what the cool kids are using at the moment. That is where I want you to take note, and not just jump into, oh, this is the reigning thing. These are all facts, these are trends. They will go and another one will come back. How realistic is this? How realistic is this for you to have 10 variants of a particular body cream and you're using it on? How? But you know that is not real. You know, but why do you want to buy all the 10? Why? It's not real. It's just for business. It's to show you and persuade you. Maybe you would buy it. I feel influencer marketing, unfortunately, has passed on the wrong message, and people have also received the wrong message from it, because the purpose is to show you how they do these things and persuade you to buy. It's just an alternative means to traditional advertisement, of traditional means of advertising products, a more enticing and appealing way to get people to buy products. But somehow it has shown them that this has to be their way of life. Do you get the difference I'm trying to bring out here? That's not it. Whatever they show you is business. It's not for you to actually live like that. Most of the time, these content creators or influencers get PR packages. PR packages most of the time are for free. They get these products for free so that they can, for makeup artists, either they swatch it, they test you, or the pigment is nice, is strong, is long lasting, the eyeshadow doesn't smudge, all of those things. So they have a lot of it, and then they show you. You know, there's a way when you watch these videos on Instagram or TikTok, they have all these plenty pieces either arranged all over their background or their opening drawers. You see plenty containers filled with all sort of stuff, arranged neatly, or even if they are not arranged, they are scattered. There's a way it's appealing to the eyes. See, I enjoy watching some of those, especially all those fridge restocks. I'm coming to that. I enjoy watching some of those things, but for me, that's it. That I draw the line there. That is where I stop. It's all just for entertainment purposes. I don't dwell on it and say, okay, I need to make a drawer like this. I need to have my drawer filled with all these products. No, that is not the real way to live. But unfortunately, these guys, they are trying to live that way, and it's just too much. You're going to go broke. You're going to go broke if you're trying to live like that. It is not real. When these influencers receive these PR packages and they are making video reviews of the products, most of the time, if you pay attention to content creators, especially YouTubers, as they're advertising and talking about the products, towards the end, they will tell you that there's a link. If you use this code, whatever the person's name, you get 10% off or whatever. They are also earning commission from this thing. So at the end of the day, it's still business. You get it is still business. It's just for you to buy. Even if you want to buy, take a moment to actually evaluate that purchase. Okay, you've seen an ad talking about a body cream. What happened to the one you are using before? Is it that it has finished? Is it that it's not doing the work? What good will this new one that has been displayed before your eyes do? What difference will it make? Take some time to think about that. What's the price point? What's the value I'm going to get from this before you buy? Don't just rush to buy it because your Instagram fave or your Instagram influencer asks you to buy it. Sometimes they won't even tell you the value in the product. What they want you to see that you see, and you go and run with it so that you can say that our fave told us to get it and I've gotten this, so it makes me cool. Seriously, I think we should exercise more caution in making all these buying decisions, especially buying stuff that are promoted by influencers. It is not everything you would need, and if you genuinely need it, best believe you don't need more than 1 or 2. Why are you buying 5? Why are you buying 10? You will go broke. Another thing you need to understand about influencer marketing or big content creators pushing out stuff for brands is that aside from those that get free PR packages, some actually buy them. Some use their money to buy this product, and they are being strategic. To them, it's investment. So when they buy a lot of these products, it looks like, because there's really no difference between such a person and someone that gets the PR products for free, except you go to their house and ask them. They look like it. So it's like they're being strategic to attract the right customer. You don't understand the person's motive. You want to go and be doing stuff like that. Be very careful. You need to be very careful. There are so many things that go on behind the scene with influencer marketing, content creation, that a lot of us don't understand, but you just feel, oh, this is the new direction, this is the way to live, is aesthetically pleasing. I'm coming to that. and you feel it's nice, you need to get it. You don't have to. So when influencers come out to show you products that, oh, this is the best thing, this is the best product I've ever used, this product has changed my life. I don't know why they like that line so much. This product has changed my life, this product has done this, product has done that. And for you, the average viewer or fan of that influencer who is wondering, but I don't really need this product, but I don't need to buy it, but if I don't buy it, you start to feel like you're missing out on something, or you're falling. I assure you, you are not missing out on anything, and you're not falling behind in life. You are not missing out on anything. If you did not think that you needed that product at the time that it was waved in your face, then you did not need it. Then you don't have to buy it. That's the gospel truth. You don't need it, you don't have to buy it. It is not a must. You feel that sudden urge to buy whatever product it is that your fave is influencing. It's okay to have that urge. What is not okay is for you to succumb to that urge when you do not legitimately need that product. That's my problem. Now, that's for those people that follow influencers and follow trends. There are some of you that your desire to just want to buy, have many things stacked all over the place is in it. It's inside of you. So what is fueling the fire is just social media. It's just social media that is helping us to see how much you are materialistic, or you like to gather things. You know, there's a class of people in this our country that exhibit such behavior, but that's not my topic for today. I'm talking to you, the average or the consumer of social media content. There are some of us that just like to have so many things, and I don't see the need. In this era of minimalism, I feel like when we talk of interior decoration, a lot of things are moving towards minimalism. But even in the minimalism, there's still a bit of wanting to go the extra mile, which I've seen. Now everybody wants to have a certain type of figurine, everybody wants to have a certain type of TV wall. Are all these things really necessary? And then when you check the price point and you cannot afford it, you cannot comfortably afford, because affordability is different from affordability. If you cannot conveniently or comfortably afford it, it doesn't have to be the standard for your home. That is what is trending on social media does not mean that is the law for your life. It is not your reality. You will be surprised to see that some of these content creators or influencers don't even shoot videos in their own home. Now this is a dicey topic, and I'm going to spend some time here. I can understand people renting spaces to create a certain type of content. For instance, if you are a food content creator and you have space constraints. So I'll use myself as an example. I love to create food content, like share recipes and all of that. But when I was living alone, I had a kitchen that was like this, literally the size of a box. It was so small, it could only fit one human being at once. Where do I want to put my light? Where do I want to put my tripod and all of that? But you have that desire, you have the intention to create the content. These days you have content studios, you have studio set up for people to come in whichever number of hours they pay for to do their work. That's understandable. I can understand if you go for that sort of thing to create your content. You have your ideas, you have your ingredients, you just need the space to shoot. That's fine. But what's your own that is shooting lifestyle content in an Airbnb space, doing lifestyle content, showing us very big shower heads and headboard of the bed that is reaching the ceiling in the room? Are you not silly? Forgive me, but are you not silly? Why are you? But that's not your house, and you're using it to shoot lifestyle content. Do you see the difference? One is using it to further their legitimate source of business, but I know somebody might want to attack me to say this lifestyle content creator too is trying to further his or her business. But which lifestyle are you trying to promote, really? What has happened to us? What has happened to a lot of us? What exactly is the issue? What is going on? Why are you going to rent an apartment to shoot lifestyle content? If the lifestyle is not even your own, why don't you wait or start with what you have? And I've seen content creators like that. There's a lady that has a son. She doesn't live in Lagos. She doesn't create content in Lagos, but she started with whatever she had. Her apartment was not social media standard when it comes to aesthetics, but she was doing it. She was doing it regardless. She had an iPhone. She's a teacher. With the way I'm describing it, if you follow her content, you know the person. I don't even remember her name, so I can't even mention. but she was filming like that, and before you knew it, people were sending her money, donations were coming. Little by little, she bought a fridge, she changed her bed, changed the curtain, repainted the room. She does food content, you know, general lifestyle vlogs, and she started to buy these things gradually, washing machine gradually. I love that content because it was real. You will get there, it only takes time. It's just that these days a lot of us are not patient enough to grow and go through the levels of success. Many people just want to wake up and arrive. You don't wake up and arrive. It's utopia. Utopia is not real. It's not a real world. It's fantasy, and that's what drives a lot of people down the path of depression, because you just keep looking for the next best thing. When your source, when what is driving you is not real, you will never be satisfied. You will never ever be satisfied, because you just keep desiring more. Even when you've now faked it, you see that statement, fake it till you make it. Because when you tell some people, be real with whatever you are doing, they will say no. In this Lagos especially, they will call it packaging. It's packaging. You have to fake it till you make it. You know, you have to look the part, do this. You are investing in your future. You see that statement, fake it till you make it. I believe that statement has sent many people to places that ordinarily they had no business going to. It has put a lot of people in trouble, because for goodness, why are you faking it till you make it? I'm not saying you should not dress well, look good, speak good, look the part, act the part, and prepare to meet that opportunity. Because when the opportunity opens up and you are not prepared, that's another thing. That's the problem with a lot of people. You feel when you have the big things, when you have the top of the shelf gadgets, or when you have so many things, you think it's going to give you joy. Maybe it would temporarily give you some satisfaction, but after that, what next? And then okay, now you have bought it, you get over the high in like a day or two. By the third day, you're already looking for the next best thing, and it just keeps going. It keeps going, and as you increase, your level of satisfaction just keeps getting shorter. It keeps going shorter. So it's a vicious cycle you don't want to be caught in. You really do not want to be caught in it. You see, as a consumer of content, you know, these days we have different social media apps churning out content. The goal is to just be putting out stuff, and it's going to increase in the coming months, especially in Nigeria, because Meta is going to start to monetize content creators in Nigeria. It will be like tap. What we are seeing now is small. People will just keep churning out content. Nobody's regulating it. Nobody is watching to keep things in check. There's just so much. So you need to be careful of the type of content you consume. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do you need to buy this product? Why do you need to use? Oh God, do you really need all those things? Or it is because you feel it will make you happy, you feel it will make you look cool or sound cool, so that when you are talking in the midst of your friends or your colleagues and you say, oh, I have this, oh, I got this, or I bought this from so place. Are you buying it because it is functional? Are you buying it because you need it, because it's going to improve the quality of your life? What is the quality of your life? Are you really happy? Are you living an authentic life, or you are struggling every day to catch up with social media trends and what you are seeing on social media? Are you genuinely happy? These questions are very important. As you are listening to me, this question should provoke your thoughts, and you should take some steps back to think. All these things you want to buy or that you have bought, how much happiness have you derived from them? How much have these products really changed your life? I only downloaded TikTok recently because of the research I was doing on this topic. I consumed a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube videos from Americans talking about overconsumption in their space, and I'm glad they are talking about it, because a lot of these things come from that part of the world, and you know, it just floods Africa and overfloods Nigeria and floods Lagos, because I honestly don't know what is going on. Let's talk about Stanley Cups. The other day I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw somebody advertise Stanley Cups. Immediately I just knew it was fake. Because if you do the conversion from the original price in dollars, you will know that cannot be the price. Yes, I will blame you, the consumer, that wants to buy something that you clearly cannot afford, but you want to use it. Why do you need to use a Stanley cup? That cup as big as it, number one, it's not very functional if you don't have a car. So you want to be trekking on the road and be holding cup up and down. The category of people it was made for is clear, but because that is what is trendy, you want to use it. What happened to all those fitness bottles? I made a video on Instagram like a week back addressing this issue. What happened to all those fitness bottles? Those ones are even big, up to 3 liters, that you can use. You say you want to start a healthy lifestyle, your fitness journey, or you want to lose weight, or you just want to start drinking more water. It's Stanley Cup that will help you. Is it really Stanley Cup you want to buy, or you want to feel among? You want to look cool. You want to look cool for Instagram. And I watched some videos, you know, before I even downloaded it. I still don't know how to run the TikTok, by the way. It's just there on my phone. I haven't used it. You know, videos from different platforms come to Instagram, go to Twitter, videos just mix. And then I saw this video, influencer again. She had Stanley Cups in about, this is between 7 to 9 different colors, and the content she created was to make the Stanley Cups match with the color of her outfit for the day. But why? I saw another video. This woman had like a whole wall with shelf where she stacked so many Stanley Cups. Why do you need that much cups? I saw another video of people, I think people that went to either Walmart or Target. They were trying to buy the Stanley limited edition cups that was made in February for Valentine. It came in just 2 colors, the pink, the light pink, and very deep pink or almost red. People were falling over themselves to buy these cups. Why? The one that particularly pained me was the video of a mom. It came from TikTok as well, but I saw it on YouTube. This woman came and she was telling the story of how they bought a cup similar to that, not Stanley, but a cup like that for her daughter to take to school. And she came back from school the following day very sad. They asked her what was going on, and then she reported to them that friends were making fun of her because she wasn't carrying a Stanley, or she was using a cup that looked like Stanley and it wasn't Stanley. These are high school girls, not even college or university, high school. And the parents were like, they don't want to be irresponsible parents, that it's not like they can't afford Stanley, that they will send their daughter to school and their daughter will be feeling uncomfortable. They had to buy a Stanley Cup for her because they could afford it. They just felt it wasn't necessary. I saw videos of children in different parts of the world during Christmas. They got Christmas gifts that were Stanley Cups and they were screaming. Why were they so excited to get Stanley Cups? Do you get where this is going? Is it really because they are excited to start drinking water from this less than 2 liter cup, or because it has now become a status symbol that has shown them that they are now in the group of the cool kids and they can have something to take to school to flaunt? These are some of the things we are talking about. Automatically your water bottle becomes less appealing and a Stanley Cup becomes the rave. I mean, let's be serious. So we really need to get our act together as a people, particularly for the younger generation. What are we teaching them? Already they are beginning to mock each other in school or bully themselves because of Stanley Cups. What are we going to teach these people? Whether you can afford it or not, but you don't need it. You already have your own water bottle. Is this a spending habit you want to pass on to these children? No, it shouldn't be. We need to act more responsibly in the area of our finances and consumption, because these things are unnecessary and it stems from what they watch on social media. Let me talk about skincare. See, trust me, you don't need a 10-step skincare routine. I think it was Maraji that did a video on skincare, and she was talking about the fact that, you know, people just layer on so much. You have body wash, you have bath soap, you have bath bombs, you have body scrubs, all while you are in the shower. Why do you need to layer on so many products? Why do you need to use that number of products? Are you smelling? Did you roll inside gutter? Are you nursing? Are you taking care of body odor? Because why? And then they step out of the shower and then they show you their dress. And there's a way they record those videos that, trust me, you will love those videos when you watch them. But like I said, it should end there. Then they come out of the shower. In the shower, they will show you their shower caddy with like 7 different products. and they are using it. They will show you the sponge, they will squeeze it, and they will dip their hands into the body scrub, do it like this. Oh my god. And then they will step out and it's time to moisturize, and then they start with the moisturizer, then they go in with the oil, then they go in with the butter, then they go in with it. You don't need as many. Then you that all you have in your house is Vaseline intensive lotion, all of a sudden you now start to feel poor. All of a sudden you start to feel poor. Like your Vaseline intensive is no longer intensifying the moisture on your skin. Come on, it's all showbiz, it's all business. Trust me, it's all business. You don't need it. You'll be surprised to know that your body can flourish with less. If less is more. You see this my face. In fact, as a Nigerian, I believe the economy will teach you to be conservative and minimalistic in your spending. Because the prices of skincare products, how many do we actually manufacture in Nigeria? How many do we manufacture in Nigeria that you can trust to buy? Because it's not a case of manufacturing, it's whether they are good. This period, I've ruled out moisturizer, given the fact that sunscreen does the work for me. Sunscreen is just moisturizer that has SPF in it. So why do I need to have another moisturizer? So that's gone. Okay, the weather is so hot these days. I can't even, after putting niacinamide, I wait for it to cool off for my skin to get dry, and I put my sunscreen, and that's the end. I use the brand Simple for face wash, and then when they are showing you some of these products, they show you the very high-end ones, the ones that maybe for one product you have to spend like 45k, 50k. You that you use Simple, just like me, you know Simple is from like 3,500 to 5,000 at most, very cheap, and it gets the work done. You now look at your Simple, you look at your Vaseline intensive, and you feel like your Simple is not enough. You now have to use Naturium. You want to use Naturium or Bioma. These are very expensive skin. Because your face is using it, the Simple you are using is no longer enough for you. It's no longer simple for your skin. The Vaseline intensive you are using is no longer okay. You now want to use EOS. You know how much EOS is? Some stores sell it for as high as 20,000 naira. And what exactly is the benefit? That they've called themselves beige moms or sad beige moms, that because of aesthetics, where aesthetics will carry some people to is a place they don't know. And you that, let me not talk, you that are just living simply, but because you feel your house is not aesthetically pleasing, you can't do something, you can't do this, you can't do that. These sad beige moms, you know what they are doing? They are making everything in their house, including their children's toys. They are turning everything in their house into beige to match the color of the aesthetics of their home, including children's toys. That's the one that is painful. These are babies, they need the colors. Colors stimulate children. Why do you think baby stuff are very colorful? You see them in pink, blue, green, yellow, bright colors. It's to stimulate their brains and to help them learn these things fast. But then you decolorize their childhood by painting everything beige, taking away their color toys and giving them only beige. They will now come out in life and they will see blue for the first time and it shocks them. They don't know how to adjust and it's looking strange just because of aesthetics. Just because you want to create aesthetically pleasing content at the risk of the growth of your child, jeopardizing the life of your child just for content. Is this not too much? Is this not extremist? What has gotten into us really? What? As a Christian, you're supposed to guard your heart. The Bible has instructed us to guard our hearts with all due diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life. You are not living your life open into the hands of social media content. Sometime ago this week, or while I was just trying to research, to do a lot of research for this topic, I came across a video. 2 girls. I will give the 2 of them pata 16. They are no more than 16. One stood with a bottle of bitters, you know the shape, the green bottle of bitters, I don't know the brand, and the other one held a can of an energy drink. I tell you, these kids are no more than 16. And they were doing a challenge, first to finish it. And these 2 girls downed the contents of the can and the bottle while the video was on. In my head, I'm like, where are your mothers? Where are your mothers? Who is watching you people? It's just too much. And where did they see it? They probably saw it in a video on TikTok and said, okay, let's do our own now, so that we can go viral. And did they go viral? Yes. When Milky Donuts came, oh my God, it was a pandemic. Everybody was going crazy over Milky Donuts. Even you that is lactose intolerant, you started to crave it. Why? Did you really need it? Is it a food? No, it's a treat. Is it healthy? Not exactly. Could you avoid it? Yes. Could you do without it? Yes. But did you buy it? Yes. I'm sure you fell for it. On a good day, I don't even eat donuts. You now make it worse by putting milk in it. You just murdered it for me. Evaluate the reason for your purchase. Evaluate the type of content you consume. Be careful on social media. Everybody is just, like they say on X or Twitter, farming engagements, because they know that Elon's money is there. People are just putting things together. They call something rage baiting. People will intentionally put up something silly just because they know that people will talk about it, and you too gullible, you will be talking about it. Meanwhile, that person is just cashing out. The more people get angry and talk about these things, it increases the person's engagement and reach, equal to more money. So you need to, even with your time. So all I've been talking about is you buying. What of your time that is going? The amount of time you invest in social media, that is not money. It's not tangible. But your time that you're supposed to be sleeping, you're using it to scroll, and you're writing comments, getting heated, getting angry over posts made by people you don't know, you've never met, and you may never meet. Come on now. Be careful. Draw lines. Have clear boundaries. Have clear boundaries in the area of social media consumption. You are supposed to be entertained, maybe learn to a large extent, because they are educational content. So not all content you consume, I believe, is for entertainment. There are inspirational content, educational content on different things. Find the ones that will benefit your life, not the ones that will take away from you. The ones that will take away from you, unfortunately today, are in the majority. Whether they will take away from you tangibly in terms of cash, or they will take away from you intangibly in terms of your time, or even reduce your IQ. There are some contents that I see and I'm like, how is this supposed to better my life? So viewer, regular internet Joe and Jane, please, influencer lifestyle is just business, showbiz. That is not your standard of living. Respect yourself, respect your pocket, respect your future. Don't spend the money of your tomorrow now trying to make your house or your drawer or your dresser look like an influencer zone.